guys, welcome back to the channel. Just thought I'd drop a quick note, some breaking news. Jack van Poortvliet and Ntamack both out of the World Cup. That's out of this warm-up games this past weekend. Really tough news for both camps. Both of them key players in their squads. And yeah, they've got to now have a look at obviously replacements and how it's gonna affect their campaigns. But yeah, Jack van Poortvliet, let's start with him. You had to wince when you saw the injury on the replays. His ankle got twisted. It looks like there's ligaments off. See here, it says it's England squad update came through saying he's going to require surgery on the ankle injury and will not feature in the World Cup. Alex Mitchell will replace him as his replacement. Steve Borthwick being quoted as saying it's really bad luck for Jack, and we send him our best wishes. Now, yeah, injuries are very much part and parcel of the game, and you can understand when Jacques Nienaber talks about there probably will be a couple of changes to the Springbok team if there are injuries, and only if there are injuries, no other reason, for those who still carrying on with the conspiracy theories. But yeah, this is huge for England. They're not a team that looks very comfortable at the moment. Their performances in the two games against Wales was really poor, and by that standard, if you're going to go on those games alone, they're going to be coming home early from the World Cup. Steve Borthwick's side is struggling to find their rhythm. They don't seem to be a confident squad. They don't seem to be a squad that's sure of themselves going into this World Cup. Look, a lot can happen during the next couple of weeks in the World Cup, and we have seen, like in 2007 when they lost 36-0 to South Africa, how they could pull themselves together and make the final. I'm not quite sure this squad's got the same sort of depth and talent as that squad, but the time will tell. But on that performance alone, they've got a lot of issues to deal with, and the injury isn't going to help things. Add to that, Owen Farrell's red card and the fallout that's coming from that. I'm going to do a separate video on that one as well. And they've really got problems in England at the moment, and there's no wonders that some of their own writers are starting to write them off as well. On these performances, you can't really see it going any other way. And Steve Borthwick's got a huge task in his hands. Stuff like this can galvanise the side though, so don't write them off just yet. There's still a couple of weeks to go. They're in the easier side of the draw, so anything can happen and a team can quickly build momentum. But yeah, on the face of it, what we saw Saturday, on the injuries, the red card, there's a lot of problems in the English camp right now. Heartfelt condolences to Jack van Poortvliet, the young man. He's really been a stalwart for England the last couple of games. I think started in the last 9 of the 10 for them. And the Leicester Tigers scrum half really deserve to be at the World Cup, so I feel really for him. Then the massive news out of the French cap, Romain Ntamack coming off of the Kip saying, and World Rugby saying that he's, even the World Rugby, so it must be I know the Kip said a source, but World Rugby have quoted him as being out. So we take it that he's got a ligament injury. He's going to require surgery, obviously, and unfortunately, with the amount of time left, there's no real thing for him to go like Siya Kolisi and do almost a miracle cure back to get into the side. So yeah, tough news. I mean, I don't think it's going to lessen. France have got a very good second fly off in Jalibert. He can step in, and their whole game plan doesn't change. Ntamack was a huge key part of their success over the last couple of years, and his partnership with Antoine Dupont has been a huge part of France's resurgence and going up to number 2 in the world rankings. But without him, World Rugby, and that's the worst part about these sort of injuries. A showpiece tournament like World Cup deserves the biggest players to play in there, and a guy like Romain Ntamack, we were all looking forward to seeing how he's going to play, how he would do in that opener against New Zealand. And perhaps even if he had to play against South Africa at some stage in that tournament. But yeah, we were looking forward to that, and it's really gutting to see a big player like that go out. Nothing to celebrate from any terms. I think it's hard to see any player go out so close to a World Cup, and you really feel for them. But those are the stakes. That's what happens in rugby. It's a contact sport. But yeah, would France be less of a team? Probably not 100%. Their problems would be maybe how's their third choice fly off, and their depth in terms of that. But the Jalibert will step in. They'll be pretty good still, and they'll probably have the same sort of attacking spirit. I don't think it's going to weaken them at all. And there's nothing to celebrate, obviously, to see a guy like that leave the World Cup. But yeah, it's just gutting to watch players get injured like that. Of course, Wales have got their own problems. They've got a bunch of players that are half fit, and we're still waiting to see what happens to them. We'll see what they pick against the Springboks this weekend. But yeah, lots to talk about this week, and that's the breaking news. So yeah, follow the channel. There'll be more of these updates, and yeah, keep on bringing you the news and giving you some insight into what's going on in the camps. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.